This is not any football match. This is a match of young and old. A match of caliber and fiber and history. And of a team trying to stake their claim in Gambian football. One of the most historic, and not the one of, but the youngest. Royal de Banjul, one of the most historic, one of the most successful against the hot enterprising beginners in Medina United. Champions of 15 times of Gambian football as far as the GFA 4th division is concerned against the newcomers. The only team in the GFA 4th division this year that are playing the competition for the very, very first time. That shows the different in caliber, the different in class, the different in history. But not so much in terms of ability as far as this season is concerned. In fact, the younger team are on a bigger form as far as the results and the table is concerned. That will come in a very short time. Real de Banjul in their Gaffer Jata and his backroom staff have named a strong lineup to their disposal with a 4-3-3 formation. On goal is Yankuba Sabali, who won the GFA 4th division title with fortune a few years ago. The back four consists of the experienced Sidiki Jawara and Makaira Tambero at the half to defend. Right back is Ibrahima Jata and left is Fakeba Jame. At the heart of the midfield is Mustafa Baji. In front of him is Alassana Baji and the creative genius in Amara Kamara. And in attack is Umar Jom on the left wing. On the right is Asan Jiba and the center forward is Agibu Diba. Gaffer Ali Jan has made some changes to his starting lineup. No Paul Colley for Medina, the best, one of the most informed strikers in the league Juto Cars, and also Buba El Jaida too. So there's some twist. Omar Keita on goal anyway. The back three remains the same. Abdullah Kote, Henry Job, and Jobo Kande. Right wing back is Landi Jara. Left today is Abdul Jaju, who is making his first start in Mons. The midfield three remains Adama Jata, Ibu Sanyang, and Mustafa Jaju. And to lead the line is Adama Kante and Umar Abuja. He's set to start very, very shortly for what promises to be an important game. Central referee is Ali Jallo, and he has whistled for the start of this contest. Ali is assisted by Fali Jaju, Ibu Gay as the second assistant, and Ibrahim Sam as the fourth official. Adama Kante ought to keep it. Makara Tambedu was defending with all he has on that occasion. Free kick for Real de Banjul anyway. Bada left back in Fakeba Jame, who will be leaving it for Sidiki Jawara. Sweet foot they call him. He definitely thus have the leg in Sidiki Jawara. He scored against Medina in the first leg. Jawara Sidiki, with which Real de Banjul won by 2-0 at the Serekunda is back. Makaira Tamberu. Press well is Adama Kante. Charging forward is Jaju. Omar Bojang. No Paul Colley. 3 cards. No Buba Eljada 3 cards too. Left enterprising wing back. And center forward. Baja Alassana getting it back to Sidiki Jawara for Real. 15-time champions of GFA 4th division. Amara Kamara was in the hunt of many European giants. Of recent he was with Kalmar in Sweden. Alassana Baji, formerly under 20, scored a dazzling goal for the Gambia against Mali. Dazzling goal, I mean. Check it online, please. If you don't have a look. Omar Job, he scored Medina twice, in fact, in the first leg against GPA. With which GPA went on to win by 3-0. In the second leg, though, it was Ansumana Juara who scored the goal against GPA. Omar Job was lucky. He assisted their goal. Yeah, he is playing against Medina on the wing. And on the other wing is Asan Jiba. Asan mostly plays as a fullback, whether right or left. Jobo can track that well, but one back almost instantly by Fakeba Jame. Jame turns back, goes to Alassana Baji. Baji looks in the middle and half. Baji Mohammed. Mustafa Rada. Makaira Tamberu. Very experienced centre back. Launching long. Jobo Kande was sleeping. Amara. Real playing like with swagger and fiber and flyer. Playing like champions. Interesting games today. Abdullah Conte being penalized. He was the man of the match in Medina's last weekend encounter against Falcons on this ground, with which Medina won by a goal to nil thanks to Ibu Sanyang's penalty. Falcons came close via the penalties for 2. That's now forward Mohammed Baji skied this penalty over the crossbar. And Medina went on to win 1-0. Omar Keita also was on top of his game. But when you're playing against the champions, you understand that you cannot make mistakes. Medina were by far the better team on the ball in the first leg of these two ties. But Real came looking and scored via set piece. Sidiki Jawara was there to pounce. And in the end, it was all you always knew that it will be hard for any team in the world to come back when the champions score first. Keita. Petro. Behind that is Jawara. Baji. Back to Jawara. Okay, Bajamel. And then Jada was looking. Ibusanyam goes long to Adamakante, who was on side. And tried going for goal first time. But Yankuba Sabali Garas instantly going to Amara Kamara. Well, Abdul Jaju is making his first that he fully recovered from a growing problem he had encountered this season. He came in the second half against Falcons to play the wing back role after Buba was subbed off. It was Mustafa Bojan who was adjusted to the attack. Alassane Baji. Akibu Diba, the boy from Lamen, tried getting it to Amara Kamara, worked out by Abdul Jaju. Sidiki Jawara to pick up the pieces. Jawara tried to deliver. Henry Job stood on the way of the ball. Only Alpha Real de Banjul scored. With 4 minutes on the clock, heading to 5 now. Comes the corner, whipping one. Abdullah Conte was there clear. He's always at the right place. Abdullah Conte, I don't know how he does that. Mustafa Jaju running through on goal. Yankuba Sabali ought to come out, but super defending there. Blistering recovery by Hassan Jiba. That's what you need. Oh, they have the cartoon descendants in the both of them. Hassan knows Mustafa quite well. He's playing as a winger today. How on earth did Hassan read that? I think Mustafa's first touch was heavy. He invited both the netminder and Hassan to recover. The communication device been worked on by the second assistant referee and the central referee, Ibugay, helping in Ali Jalo there. Yata, Jobo Kande, Ibu Sanyang, gets it back to Jobo Kande, Adama Jata. Goes all the way down to Abdullah Conte. Was Abdul Jaju for company, for support. Jaju holds it and turn, gets past Jiba with ease. Abdul Jaju, oh no, that was not the best of targets, but the idea was there anyway. Baji, Jawara, trace it in the middle. Goes to Umar Job. Amara Kamara continuing his run. Agibu waiting in the penalty area. Abdul Jaju not taking chances. Umar Job goes to your post. Bringing him down. He's on the bad option. And Abdul pick the right one. Jawara. Baji. Jata clears. Jaju. Tracing a pass to Adama Kante, who is running in. Jata tried to cover, but Adama Kante goes for goal. And Ibrahima Kejata is the right full back today. Medu, Jata, Jom, Amara. Jiba San Alfetro Baji Jawara Sidiki Akibu was the target, good pass. Kamara Amara Adete the box is dangerous. Alassane Baji, he also is. Turns, Fakeba was the right option. I wonder what Alassane Baji was doing. You could have played Fakeba Jamme, who was clean through on the far left. Mustafa Jaju turns, foul. Job. Kande. Busanya was the target. Baji was there to do on a defensive mission. Baji. That's in a good pass. Was searching for Akibu once again. Jibu was the target. The idea was there, the execution was fractionally too heavy. One for one, man for man. Let's go over every one of them. Bojang. Costa Kante. Jaju. Looks for Abdul Jaju. Delivers first time. Superbly defended there by Ibrahim Jata once again. It's it back to Jaju. In the area to Adama Jata, who holds it and turn, but the touch was heavy. Allowing Asan Jiva to recover. Omar Jom. Well, the Banjul are playing a back three today. Sanjiba on the right wing. Wing back. Makara is the middle of Jata, and they are not playing like the way they wrote it on paper. Omar Bojang. Let's shoot to Ibu Sanyang. Onto the goal. Oh! He was going clean through on goal. Wax it over the crossbar. But not a ball attempt. The communication devices from the referee is still being worked on. The communication is still being worked on. Medina just ahead of Real in the league standing. Just time in. A victory for Real today will lift from Medina. But a victory for Medina will adjust the gap. Team Rain are getting the better of Bombarda by a goal to nil. Too early. Very, very early. And BST Galaxy have also scored against Birkama. Baji. Fakeba was making another run. He back. He tried going long. Jom. Sit back to Baji. Jame. Alasana Baji once more. Spreading it to the deep right to where Asan Jiba was waiting. Jiba wants it and Jiba gets it. Mustafa Jaju recover for Medina. Ibu Sanyang goes long to the run of Adama Kante, who touched it first time. Ibrahim Kejera recover, but Adama still holding on to that ball. Spreads it to the right. Well, and Jata was waiting. Oh, that was an inviting ball. But Yankuba Savali watched it all the way. Omar Jom and Ajibu are the one leading the line for Real. Jata. Jump, wonderfully done. Jiba turns at the edge of the box. Looks for Alassane Baji, who gets in a good pass to Amara Kamara. Offside. The pass was for Omar Jom rather. Good run, good pass. But Omar had time. He's thrown a little bit to imperfection. Oh, it might have been a pass that was somewhat late. Keita, Kamara, Sanyang, Jata, Sanyang, Baji, Kamara, Sanjiba, Sanjiba once more. It's a fair game. Real de Banjul have been the dominant force for now. Tamedu goes to Jawara. Fakeba waits for passes. Alassane Baji. Fakeba was adjusted to the line by his centre back in Sidiki Jawara. Jata. Ibrahima. Trusted well to Alassane Baji. Fakeba is always in a good space for Real de Banjul. I don't know why they're passing him. Umar Bojang turns at the edge of the box. Trying to go for goal. That was a good shot. Forcing Sabali to a very good stop. Fakeba Jame goes to Amara Kamara on a buffet. Kamara gets it to Omar Job to Hassan Jiba, who was looking at the far post. Abdul Jaju trying to close him down. That was a goal. That was the opener for Real. Ajibo clear through. Throwing a supply pass by Hassan Jiba. And Real de Banjul have the first important goal. Real de Banjul scored first. Dedo. It's Ajibu Diba the goal scorer. Hassan Jiba the creator. It's for all Medina to do now. There was a buffet on the attacking midfield. Amara Kamara was left on mark. And boy, did he make it count. He found the right pass. Omar Jom leaped over the ball. Hassan Jiba was there to direct the delivery. And Ajibu Diva had only one job to pounce. And boy, did he. Live reserves. Real scored first. Jabo. And the job. Abdullah Conte. Abdul Jaju. Adama Jata. And the job. Ajibu Diba. Pressing Jobo Kande there. But Jobo found the right pass to Ibu Sanyang. He's finding his way to the box. Sidiki Jawara defense well. Mohamed Baji. Real are trying to do the double over Medina. Jobo Kande gets it back to Henry Job. Adama Jata. All the way to Abdullah Conte. Trace it to Adama Kante. Abdul Jaji was making the right run. Sanjiba also was, but Abdul is fast. Freaky Medina. Abdul Jaji is down. Being helped on by Hassan, who still denies with that call anyway by the central referee. And behind that free kick will be Adama Kante and Ibusanya. He was a dead ball specialist for Medina. Adama Kante is interested. He has a very good foot, Adama. waiting for the whistle of the referee. As netminder Sabali arranging his barrier. Ajibu, the goal scorer, is part of that barrier. Adama Kante on the barrier. That's the effect on that do Adama Jara jumps. The ball was heavy. Barrier did his job, but there must be an effect to that. Ball came with immense power. He defended it anyway, but he's now feeling the effects of that. And Bombard are back on level terms. In the first 15 minutes. The goals are galloping. Goals really are galloping. In the early parts of these games, in all fixtures, more or less. BST Birkama produce goals. Bombard Rhino produce goals. Here is also producing one. Goals in those fixtures. A goal here thus far. Makaira Tambe, the good pass. Fakeba Jame, good touch. Landon Jara, good defending. Fakeba Jame gets it back to Sidiki Jawara. Mustafa Baji, who forced Khan with first options. But Makaira Tambe was the ideal option for him. Job and the Jata Alassane Baji press it to Hassan Jiba. Free kick for Real, free kick for Hassan. Gafale is calling on Abdullah Conte to allow the referee alone. Abdullah has not been happy with his calls and feels the goal for Real was offside. But that's for the referees to decide. Joe waits at the near post. Behind the ball is Baji. The barrier did its job. Marcator was backpedaling for a long launch. Alassane Baji for a return. Keita goes long. So Omar Bojang, Adama Kante, Kejata gets it back, but netminder Sabali, who will clear his line. And Jata behind that. Bojang. And ball against Fake by Jame. Free kick for Medina. Usanyang gets it back to Adama Jata. On the job. And the job Kande. Adama Jata. And the job. Medina trying to enjoy a brisk spell of dominance as Gafali Jan calls them to do. Conte. That pass to Adama was slightly heavy from Abdullah Conte. He wanted an earlier on. Sabali. Baji. Play on. Busanya was there to defend. Free kick for Medina. Omar Jom is the culprit. Mustafa Jaju is the beneficiary. Sanyan takes it quickly to Abdul Jaju. Waits for options. Abdul still holding on to the ball. And Amara Kamara helping on the defending. Amara will now clear his line. As Njobo Kande will control. London Jata. All the way down to Henry Job. Conte. Jata. Good on. He had the space. Adama Kante did well to recover. Mustafa Jaju. He's running into space. Was superbly defended there by Jata. Umar Bojang. Adama Jata. Gets it to London Jata. Wakande waiting for option. Ibusanya. Brought down. Free kick Medina. Against Mustafa Baji. Ibusanya using his experience. Ibusanya will be behind that free kick for Medina United. As Netman Sabali arranging his barrier. Marjo would be. Looks to be a full committee of a barrier. 3 man, 4 man now. Alessandro Baji is there. Mustafa Baji, Omar Joma, like Jibu, the goal scorer. Angoba looks to be satisfied now. Yeah, he is. Ibu Sanyang is behind that ball. Ibu enjoys taking free kicks on the right of the barrier to cut keepers off guard. That's where he won him. Stopping that Minder from having a view of the ball. Pistol is gone. That's what I was telling you. You can see what he was trying to do there. But I've caught him napping. Sit back to Jata. Down to Keita. Pass long. Makaira Tambedu defense. Imusanya control. All the way down to Keita. Kande. Adama Jata. Kande. And the job brother. Abdullah Conte. Ibusanya. Try cutting his play to Abdul Jaju. Jata gets it back to Tambedu. Jawara. Akeba Jame. Anto Jawara. Marpojang brought him down. Jawara. In the end, turned out to be a good pass for Sanjiva. Sidiki has a very, very good shoot foot. Sidiki Jawara of Real de Banjul. Can connect anybody on his day. Jata was long. And the job defending against Ajibu. And the job had a chance to clear again. Alassane Baji picking up the pieces. Fakeba Jame. Gets it down to Sidiki Jawara. All the way down to Makaira Tambedu. Tambedu to Jata. Controls. To go down. Gets it back to Tambedu, who goes long first time. Out for a throw for Medina. Busanyang Adama Jata, Mustafa Jaju. Busanyang out for a throw. Good defending there by Hassan Jiba. Adama Kante brought down. Nothing says the referee. Handball against him. Free kick for Real. With 30 minutes on the clock. Down the middle to Tambedu. Jawara clears, and away I would do. Counter defense well as Jiba. Amara Kamara, their creative genius. Pre-assist might not have been a start, but that was a good pre-assist leading up to their goal. He made the pass that led to the assist from Hassan Jiba. It is a GFF Balo Vista Bank 1xBet 4th Division League. We live on FIFA Plus. With me, your commentator Isa Ba. And live your dreams. Feeling Basuri. It was a long pass from Keita to Jata. You see the Sidiki Jawara. Jowo Kande was alert. Adama Jara also was. Ibu Sanyang is now. That's it. Was trying to connect Abdul Jaju. But Ibu Sanyang does well to recover from a heavy touch by Hassan Jiba. Ibu Sanyang return pass to Mustafa Jaju was not the best. And Hassan Jiba once more charging forward. Alassane Baji also is. Fake Bajame making a good run. Super defending the Abailande Jata. And referee says a foul against Jata. That initially looked to be a good tackle. But referee Jallo, who was in a very good position, saw something different. Sidiki Jawara behind that free kick. He scored against Medina in the first leg. They'll try to be here too. It's a very deadly foot in Sidiki Jawara. We're live in Basuri. Sidiki Jawara delivers. Over the crossbar. Over the crossbar. I was not meant to. They stop Omar Keita. It goes long, Adama Kante. Mustafa Jaju. That's in the middle to Henry Job. To the left to Abdullah Conte. The fullback was Abdul Jaju. And the job defense well. Yobo Kande. All the way down to Adama Jata. That's it to Mustafa Jaju. Good play from Medina. That's more like it now. Yobo Kande has a chance to charge forward. Send a long one to where Adama Kante was, who controls it first time to Ibu Sanyang. That was a good shot. Good save by Manda Sabali. And Omar Keita, who was looking for a rebound, was in an offside position. Sabali, a bit of pain, he's still down. As physios are calling. Ball assistant. It's free kick now for Real in the one half. Throw in the offside call early on. Yankuba Sabali is okay. Gets into Chidiki Jawara. The left side center half was charged well by Omar Bojang. And Sidiki had a hasty clearance. Amara Kamara. Alasana Baji. Baji holds it and turn. Trading a good pass to where Amara Kamara was looking. The flag was off for offside. Keita, Kande, lifting it, Kolandin Jata. Halfway throw. Allowing a good pressing. Yeah, by the left wing back, in fact, by Jamme. And behind that is Sidiki Jawara. Jamme, back to Jawara. To left footed players on the left side. Omar Bojang was the target. Out for a throw. Jawara. Kisita Ajibo. Freki against Jobo Kande. He disagreed anyway. With 10 minutes of normal time to go in the first half. The champions leading. The youngest team in the land in the first division trailing. Coming for the first time, playing the GFA 4th division for the first time. Adam Akante, what a pressing. Forcing Real de Banjul to go long. I wonder how many sessions Adam has every day. You cannot work this hard. You cannot put in this energy with just one session a day. No, that's impossible. He plays with absolute fiber and pressing machine. Adam Akante of Medina. He was testing it down. Amara Kamara won it by Adam pressing, committing a foul. Therefore handing him a yellow card for a dissent. Call against Adam Akante for protesting there. That was the card down Adam Akante. Here comes the free kick. Asan Jiba to take this one. He created their goal, delivers. But that would not create another. Okay, that goes long. Looking for Adam Akante. Brought down. Now he has a free kick. Adama. And that is Ibu Sanyang. Everybody in Real's half, except Medina's keeper Omar Keita. That is crazy. Very, very close to the 18-yard box. Everybody is. Ibu Sanyang, long lofted ball. Aramajara was the target. Fakeba Jame would have the chance to clear now. But Omar Job, the only body attacking. Jada clears. Octorial Sam, Sidiki Jawara tried to control. Fakeba Jame was unable to keep that in play. He walked it over. Jata was to Omar Bojang. Sidiki Jawara instantly apologizes. That's leadership and experience. Playing against a young striker. But he had to hurt him. He had to help my team. And after the whistle, he agreed with the call and apologizes. That's discipline for you too from Sidiki Jawara. It's a lovely centre back. Discipline, hard working, committed. And with a sweet left foot too. You will barely hear him complaining to the referee Sidiki Jawara. He agrees with every call and moves on. His only business is to play the ball. Love his character. Ibu Sanyang delivers. Superbly defended there by the DM Baji. Ajibu hastily charging forward. Does well to connect Fakeba Jame. It's to Alasana Baji. Lift it. That was a good pass. Good idea. From Jobo Kande. Who defend. Petro. Back to Jobo Kande. Namli Dos. Baji. Back to the area. Ajibu offside. Keita goes to Jaju. Jaju once more. Mustafa Jaju continuing his run. Jaju. Back to Jata Adama. Busanya wears down the middle. In the job. Jobo Kande. 50 long. Adama Kante was looking around the area. Still holding onto the ball and winning a corner for Medina. Good passes coming in. Medina threatening. Down the penalty area. With 5 minutes of normal time to go. Touchdown leading hand by 2 goals to 1. Ibrahim Jallo's 10th of the season. Good one. Bojang was there. Adam Jata over the crossbar. Mother Rhino still 1-1. Baji. Jom wants it. Amara Kamara. Jom. Sanjiba. Kamara back to Jiba Hassan. Mustafa Baji. Mustafa Jaju Daraja defending well. Kamara. Wonderfully defended there by Abdu. Kante tried to get in the area. Amara Kamara wins it back. Alasana Baji added to the box. Lifting in a good pass to Fakeba Jame. That was good play from Real. And Fakeba made the right run. Baji made the right pass. With the connection from Fakeba on the ball. Was a little over. Keita. Aslam. Jada defense. Umar Bojang. Free kick Medina. Against Ibrahim Jata. Busana will be taking the resulting free kick for Medina. He was hastily taken. Out for a throw. And behind that for Medina will be Landon Jata. Mr. Bojang, Sidiki Jawara defense well. Fakeba gets it back to Makaira Tambedu. who lifted first time to Amara Kamara, who controls. Ibu Sanyan defending well. Free kick against Ibu in favor of Amara. The Banjul already always have a free man on that attacking midfield. And for a goal kick. Keita, Kande, wonderfully done, but in the end, not a good pass. Jawara, Jame, Ajibu, good play from Real. Fakeba looking to deliver. Kande with a blistering tackle. For a corner for Real de Banjul. You're having some words with the central referee. Mustafa is the infield captain. Keita is on the goalpost. So Jajo holds the responsibility inside the area. Here comes the corner. Baji delivered. That was a good one. Is added on. So Fajaji lost that to Omar Jom. Gets it back to Asanjiba. The launch point into the area. Landin Jara was there. Not the best of defending, but in the end it will do. And where will do. It has been fairly poised game since that goal from Real. They did start by Real de Banjul. Now Mustafa Bojan warming up. Sidike Jawara good delivery. Umar Keita good has a good fist to it. For a throw for Real. He was in command in the penalty area. To take that throw is Fakeba Jami. Jame, Baji, lifting one into the penalty area. Abdullah Conte heads it out. Baji are there to the box. Wonderful defending in the end. Ibusanyang, Marbojang. Adam Akante continue his run. And Kuba Sabali coming off his line to claim. They know each other very well. Adam Akante apologizes. Sabali. For throw that was, Pojang controls. Try to continue pass to Adam Akante. The chemistry of Adam Akante and Paul Cole is missing that attacking third. Jom anyway I would do. What the perimeter first. They let them to go and find another with a minute of first half to go. Adam Akante Defended there well. Jada behind that. Throw for Medina. With just 10 seconds of the other time remaining. Wonderful defending by Fakeba. Jobo Kande with a chance to clear. But that was not the best of clearance. Baji. Back to Baji. Mohamed Baji and Alassane Baji. Jobo Kande with a good defending. Mustafa Jaju. One of Medina's final pulls. Arama Jata. Goes to Ibu Sanyang. Lifted just behind him. To where Abdul Jaju was waiting. Central referee Jala having a view on his clock. Jada defense. Ibu Sanyang out for a throw. And that's the half-time whistle. Good first half for either side. But Real de Banjul have the main say thus far, courtesy of the striker Jibu Diba. Throwing a good pass by Hassan Jiba. Half-time. Real de Banjul 1. Medina United 0. Back for the second half. Interesting, important second 45 of football to go. It is the champions leading and the chasers trailing. 15-time GFF 4th Division champions Real de Banjul against Medina, who are chasing for not just the crown but maintaining their position in the GFF 4th Division. It is a first half led by Jibu Diba, following a good pass by Asan Jiba after a good combination from Real de Banjul. And they have that first important goal, and they'll be hoping to wrap things up early in the second half. And central referee Jallo is the only one waited. There was some shoving and pushing in the first half, following that bit of ball recovery. Red card. And the Marina's backroom staff in that first half, Tashil, central referee Ali Jallo patiently walked there and hands a red card to one of the backroom staff. That I'm trying to have a view. Looks to be Howard Robinson. It looks to be there was that first half confrontation. A little the ball delayed. Imagine the backroom staff were not happy with the number of times the ball spills outside due to the work of the ball boy or the ball assistant, he may call it, and thus red card being shown. And assistant Gaffer Usman Cham walked to the for official, and Gaffer Alijan having a word with the first assistant to Infale Jaju, and referee Alijan is waiting for Medina's backroom staff member who should red card to enter the dressing room before life can resume. So life goes on. Interesting way, an interesting start to the second period. As far as this game is concerned, it's the champions versus the chasers. 15-time GFA 4th Division champion are leading thanks to Ajibu's only goal, throwing a good pass by Asan Jiba in the first half. Medina plays and backroom staff clear for offside, but the assistant referee Jaju Fali at the time was not happy. Second half starts. Baji Sidiki Jawara goes long first time, searching for Ajibu the goal scorer. Jobo Kende classes line out for draw. Gafajata had some firm lecture with this player. So was Gafalu Jan. Baji Jame Bojang Adama Kante Mustafa Jaju. Let's sit up to Adama Kante. The Busanya was there. London Jara also was attacking. Adama Kante receiving a strong challenge by Mustafa Baji, who's shown a yellow card. Number 16 for Real de Banjul, Mohamed Baji, their defensive midfielder. A tackle on Adama Kante, strong tackle indeed. Turned out to be not just good tackle, but even reckless, as per the interpretation of the central referee Ali Jallo. And this referee committee all agreed with that call. Bai Biram is called to warm up Anisif Achati and Mustafa Bojang. Bai Biram is signing from Greenwave Academy. Chati from Falcons. Bojang from Hawks. They were sharing the spoils with Great tomorrow in the first half. Adama Kande still receiving treatment by Physio Kodu. We're live on FIFA Plus for the GFF Balua Vista Bank One Expect 4th Division League. And with me, your commentator is Isa Ba. I'll leave your dreams fear in Basuri. Adabakante is walking off the field limping. That is not a good sign for Marina's marksman with Paul Collier out too. It is not a good sign, but Adama will be okay, potentially. I was not reason for him to walk up the field because there was a card shown on Baji. But perhaps it was just a test on his foot by the physio. Adama is back and even pressing. Free kick. Fake Bajame. was pushed off the bench, and Medina players help him stand. Left full back for Real. Wakande clears. Busanyang goes long. Searching for Adam Akante, who will do well to keep that ball in play. And that, him trying to do, was unsuccessful. Jawara. Jebo. Mara Kamara. Sana Baji. Omar Joe in front. Fakeba Jame on the left. Fakeba was the intended target. Who trying to launch one into the penalty area. Njobo Kande recovered. Up on his feet. Gets it to Landin Jata. Who goes first time to Ibu Sanyang. Sidiki Jawara clears his line. Out for Medina in a straw. Ibu Sanyang gets it back to Njobo Kande. Adama Kante heads it. Amara Kamara will try to keep it. Sidi Adama Jara won that aerial battle rather. Musanya was targeting the Jata. Wakande had a very good touch, a vital one indeed. Baji was to Asanjiba. Dr. Ibrahim K. Jata. Ahmed Baji, Mustafa Rara. Jata once more. Kamara, Ajibu. Amara Kamara. Marjum. Amara Kamara. Sanjiba will launch one into the penalty area. Too deep. Umar Keita Urgada. Was long first time searching for Umar Bojan. Ibrahim Kejala recovering. Omar Bojan holds it and turn. Go tackle in the end. Amara could not keep that. Mustafa Baji does. Abdul Jaji does too. Gets it back in the area. Receiving a heavy challenge. That is a yellow card against Asanjiba. Free kick for Medina. Just at the edge of the box. A late challenge. Aspare for Real Jalo. It's Asanjiba the number 3. Asanjiba the number 3 shown a card. Akeda was screaming on Abdul to come back. Help on the defending. Behind that is Ibu Sanyang on a strong 4-man barrier. Ibu Sanyang delivers. That was heavy. Very, very heavy. And for a goal kick. Jame goes long. Alfred throw. It's Medina's throw. Good start in the second half on the context of Medina. So far Jaju lifted to Abdul Jaju. That was a good pass. Abdul tried to deliver with his weaker foot. That was not the best of touches. Deadline 2 Hearts too. Interesting game out there. Conte getting it back to Abdul Jaju. Throw. It's Medina Straw. It's Umar Bojans. And Great Tomorrow have scored against Hawks. Mara Kamara. Ajibu. Baji. Press it to Fakeba. Adama Kante, good pressing. Free kick for Medina. And the job to Abdullah Conte. Abdul Jaju. All the way down to Henry Job. Abdul Jaju, that was sloppy. Very, very sloppy indeed. Ajibu. Baji. Gets it back to Hassan Jiba. Good play from Alassane Baji. Hassan Jiba face to face with Abdullah Conte. Whose primary objective was stopping from going first time. And Abdul Jaju in the end with a solid defending. Ramajata. Sanjiba. Delivers. Keita Gadas. It goes long. Sergeant Farama Kante. Sidiki Jawara and Makela Tamedu flying on that ball. Ramajata tried to control to where Ibusanya was. Bijaju wins the aerial battle against Ajibu. Jata. Jaju. All the way down to Conte. And the job. Job Wakande. Gets it back to Henry Job. What are trying to pass down the middle of the park. But the Indians superbly defended. Jaju. Abdu Jaju. Omar Bojang. Was that ball? Sanjiba. Free kick. Good. Sanjiba is near excellent footballer. Abdul is chopped off. And Mustafa Bojang is in. And the left wing back roll. Adam Akante. Omar Bojang. Ibusanya. Free kick for Medina. Against Alassane Baji. That was not a very good decision making by Alassane Baji there. Malbojang is down. Adama Jara helping him up. Mustafa Bojang, the new boy, is the one who plays it. I mean, the new boy in the fray. Left wing back has a very good foot too, sweet left foot. And the free kick committee of Mustafa Bojang, Ibusanyang, and Adam Akante are having some words. Everybody in Real's half, except Medina's goalie Omar Keita, who is also at the edge of his penalty area. So there are two available candidates. And those are Ibusanyang and Mustafa Bojang. Looks as though Bojang will be the one taking this one. Alassane Baji, the creator of that free kick, standing in front of the Medina's committee. Adam Akante is also interested. 4 bodies behind that ball. Well, the Banjul's netminder, Sabali, had a man lying behind that. It looks as though Mustafa Bojang has moved off the ball now. To be Busanyang and Adam Akante. Busanyang to take or no? That was not to be, not this time. Sidiki Jawara is not interested to start this time, goes long. Searching for Sanjiba. Sanjiba will be the one taking the resulting throw for Real. Sanjiba jumps and the job clears. And for another Real throw. And for another Real the Banjul throw. Behind that will be Hassan Jiba once again. The Real de Banjul supporters giving us good chorus behind the post. Conte. Markeita goes long. Kante having a touch on that. Sidiki Jawara letting it roll out. Kante gets it all the way back to Omar Keita. Striker to goalie. Keita to Abdullah Conte. Looks for Mustafa Bojang. Okay, Abdullah Conte. Great press in there by Ajibu. All the way down to Omar Keita. Left it long. Search for Omar Bojang. Super defending there by Jata. Mustafa Jaju wins it back. Omar Bojang not from the back. Nothing says the referee. Amara Kamara. First with Abdullah Conte. Amara still going to the area. Press it. Fakeba Jame, who had a very good touch. Alassana Baji. Baji wonderfully defended there by Landon Jata. Adama Kante. So continuously with extra space in front of him. Goes to Mustafa Bojang, who kept it in play. Mustafa Bojang delivers. Adama Kante jump. And attacking that from the right was Landon Jata. But Yankuba Sabali having a good command of the penalty area. Mustafa Bojang from the behind. Call against Ajibu. Three calls in the second half. For real, Ajibu, Mustafa Baji and Sanjiba. Also on cards. And behind that is the left side of center half of Medina in Abdullah Conte. Abdullah Conte lifted. Too close. Too close to Sabali. Kamara beaten to that ball by Mustafa Jaju. Jaju. And the job. Had a concentration issue on that. He wanted to continue his play. Jawakande. Adama Jata. Abdullah Conte. Sito Adama Jata. And the job. Yebo Kande out for a throw. Jump. Baji force all the way back to his goal post with Adam Akanta and Omar Bojan pressing. Goes long first time. And the job will win the aerial battle. Adam Ajara does. Ibu Sanyang with a brilliant first touch to Omar Bojan. With Mustafa Bojan cutting his run. Omar Bojan going for goal. Super defending there by Makaira Tambedo. He's putting his life on the line for his team. And defends that wonderfully. Bojang. C'est Omar Bojang. Bojang gets it back in the area. Makara Tambelu heads it out again. Kamara Kamara scanning, waiting for options. Ajibu making an attacking run. Conte with a tackle. Jata. Jaju. Sanyang. Good pass to Jata. Landing. Makara Tambelu defense once again. Super defending. Makara is winning all the balls in the penalty area. Has been one of Real's best players in the second half. Jata, Jaju, Popa, sloppy. And Fakeba anywhere would do. And anywhere would do clearance. Giving his team a little bit of respite. Keita, once again. Sidiki Jawara. Turned out to be a good pass. It looked to be a clearance. A defensive clearance. Good pass from Jata to Jiba. Hassan. Jata continuing his run. Hassan Jiba will now deputize as a centre back. Jata. Hassan Jiba. At the best of deliveries this time. Ibu Sanyang. Good tackle. Fisher's calling against to help Sidiki Jawara. Well, the Banjul preparing a substitution. Looked to be double swap. They're one of the best players in the season in Molamen Dabo. He's currently in Sweden with Hammarby. He just played with the former boy of Hearts in France Diba also. Over the past weekend. And Dabo must be watching this game with keen interest. He scored against the Gambia Tutland for what was a good goal. Kaira Tambedu. And Dabo is definitely missed on the wings of the Real de Banjul faithful. Omar Bojang does well to connect Adama Kante. Ibu Sanyang, good pass. London Jata in the area. It was time to connect Omar Bojang. But the delivery from landing Jata was not the best. Jata is still having some words with his backroom staff as to who should be brought in. Savali goes long. Adamajara winning all the aerial duels down the middle of the park. Sanjiva, good turn. Let the ball roll. Omar Jom. Good play by Jom. Making his way into the area. He had Fakeba Jame for support. Looked in the air and sending a pass. Fakeba Jame is trying Rabona passes. There is minimal time for that. You wouldn't allow that. Fajaju. Alassana Baji for Real. Good tackle by Adama Jata. And then Adama Jata. Oh, sloppy play. Kamara. Baji. Kamara. Marjom. Baji. Kamara. Back to Baji. The DM. All the way down to Makela Tambayu. That's more like it now. Alassana Baji will be making way very, very shortly. And again, Jaji, who made his debut last week, over the weekend rather, against TNT and scored his goal, will be coming in to replace Alassana Baji after a dead ball scenario. Mustafa Bojang. Brought down, nothing says the referee. It's up to be confirmed now. Sidibe looks to be coming in. Yeah, Sekou Sidibe is coming in for Umar Jom. So it's Amara Kamara who is stopped off for again. This first touch. Again, Jaji in for Amara Kamara. Alassana Baji still remains in the fray. And Umar Jom is stopped off for Sekou Sidibe. Jaji. Like Conte. Majata. July Conte. Long pass to Ibu Sanyang. Abdullah likes passing into the space, and that's not a bad idea. It's a good footballing calculation. Sometimes it's not just the man, you pass the space. And you can be lucky to have a body around there. And if you are, it can be some good. Medina have made a sub. And looks to be Umar Bojang out for Yusuf Achati. Jaju. Medina players fell, he touched the ball with his hand. Jaju. Bojang. Conte. Safa Jaju. Conte the Bojang. Safa Jaju, good pass to Bojang. This time managed to go up on his feet. For a goal kick. Great defending there by Hassan Jiba once again. Chati have had some important goals for Medina. Hassan Jiba can do no wrong. Sekou Sidibe defending against Mustafa Jaju. But Jaju came out on the test with flying colors. Bojang. Dr. Conte, all the way down to Keita. Goes long looking for Jata. Sidiki Jawara heads it back to where London Jata was. Or gets it and turn to Yusuf Chati. Busanyang. Chati all the way down to Jata. He's trying to spread it to where Bojan was. Chest it down to Chati who was attacking. But hastily clearance by Mustafa Baji. Bojan takes it quick to Mustafa Jaju. Returns to Adama Jata. Chati all the way down to Henry Job. You have to Abdullah Conte. Conte to Mustafa Jaju. It's all Medina at the minute. All Medina. Conte. Bojang. Making his way into the area. Jaju. Back to Bojang. Adama Kante. Mustafa Jaju was trying to go for goal. Adama Kante gets it back to Adama. Adama Kante receiving the pass from Adama Jatarara. Kante still holding on. Down to Jobo Kande. Down to Henry Job. Press it to Abdullah Conte. Ibusanyang. Bojang. Conte. Jata. No Jaju. Henry Job. Abdullah Conte. Chati. Bojang. Good play from Medina. That's more like it. Adama Jata. Judge is trying to go for goal. That was not a bad attempt. Sabali pushes it over the crossbar. Out for a corner. Ibusanyang. Take it quick. Mustafa Jaju. Out to Ibusanyang who turns. As Fakeba was obstructing and Fakeba won the ball back. He was now trying to attack. It's 3 against 2. And the job recovered. But to Ajibu Diba the goal scorer. Again Jaju was at the far post. Alassane Baji was in the middle. Again chasing that. Again keeps it in play. They're trying to win a corner. Abdullah Kote now on a throw. Sidibe, Sanjiba, for Real de Banjul, they're trying to wrap this into up now. Again, Jaju, trying to get into the area, but that was not to be. Chati goes long to where Adama Kante was looking, and Sabali recovered on his goal line and guarded. When Adama Kante presses, he presses. Dike Jawara. Mustafa Jaju won that ball back, and Jaju equalizes for Medina. Sloppy defending, sloppy mistake, and Jaju with the goal. Medina back on level terms. Mustafa Jaju is a former boy of Real de Banjul in their Sporting Real days. They won the academy tournament in Lamen. And Medina scores. We are back to where we belong. Get back to level terms. He took it first time throwing that mistake. And now it's for either side to find that winner with a little over 14 minutes of normal time to go. 14 on the clock. Still remaining. And Hawks are still losing to Greater tomorrow by a goal to nil. So the winner of this game will definitely move up the ladder. As far as the current scoreline is concerned, Lions scored again. Again, Hearts 3-2. That's the game of the day, most definitely. Sanjiba. He hung his head following that mistake. Sekou Sidibe, Baji. Ibrahima Jata gets one into the area, straight to the gloves of Umar Keita. Bojang, Chati. Bojang. Abdoulaye Conte. After Henry Job. Chati. Conte. Continues play on Jobo Kande. Not the best of passes, not the best. Baji recovers for Real. Asanjiba continuing his run. Mustafa Bojang this time was retreating. Bojang is not giving Asanjiba the space he was getting in the first half. Adama Kante left it to Isufa Chati. Will try to control with Asanjiba not in possession. Adama Kante waits. Kante at the edge of the box. Ibu Sanyang. There were some bodies retreating. Sanyang. The Jata. Jaju. Testing the pass. Handball he claims. Notices the referee. Ibu Sanyang. Side netting. Side netting. Goal kick. Real de Banjul. Well, a little over 10 minutes on the clock remaining. Time on the clock 35. 35. I mean 80. 35 in the second half. I beg your pardon. Somebody up to go long. Ninjata was worked out for a throw for Medina. Real de Banjul sending in 2 more bodies to warm up. Sanyang heads it up. Makaira Tambedo controls. Was trying to go direct. Abdullah Conte defending with Ajibu. He gets it back to Henry Job. That was not the best of passes. Abdullah Conte up to go long. Safa Bojang on the ball back. Jata. Makaira Tambedo. Sidiki Jawara. Makante pressing again. His pressing is crazy. Alasana Baji. Sidiki Jawara. Real de Banjul chasing their 16th crown. A victory could get them close. With Birkama, Fortune, Bombada, GPA, all in front of them before the start of this contest. Even Medina were. It's free kick Medina. So Fajaji was the recipient of that foul. And then Jata, Ibu Sanyang, Adama Kante, back to Ibu Sanyang, who left it to Landin Jata, who continues this run into the penalty area, out for a goal kick. That was not a very good delivery. Well, the Banjul got the better of Medina in the first leg in Serekunda is by 2-0. Here the game is neck to neck, 1-1. Mustafa Jaji is winning an aerial battle. Bojang declares. Substitution Real de Banjul are preparing. Jamme is off Fakeba. Fakeba Jamme is off for Abdullah Balde, the number 11. Left ball. It's won by Jata. Abdullah Balde's first intervention was a foul. against Landing Jata. Kafale Jan is playing a 3-4-2-1 formation. The Ruben Amorim fans know what I'm talking about. Adam Kante is now a lonely forward. Behind him is Yusuf Achati, and just behind Anibu Sanyang with Mustafa Jaju as the free man, Adam Ajara as the defensive midfielder. The Banjul are playing a 3-5-2 formation. Now, still with Abdullah Balde playing more or less as an inverting wing backs. Will be drifting in if the need be. Landon Jata looks to be okay now. Yeah. He'll back in the fray after the ball being taken. Now the fourth official will help him in. Marketa. Ball heads back by Mustafa Jaju. The gloves of Nkuba Sabali. Sidiki Jawara. Adam Kante winning that press against Sidiki. Jobo Kande clear his line. Makaira Tamberu holds on to that. All the way back to Yankuba Sabali, the goalie. With Mustafa Jaju going into press. Sabali is not interested to start this time. Goes long. Abdullah Conte against again. Then Jata clear his line. Out for a throw. For Real de Banjul. Seko Sidibe. Medina preparing their final shot. Final triple shot. Busanyang goes to Adama Kante. Waiting in the area is Mustafa Jaju and Yusuf Achati. Adama Kante delivers. Chati was there to pounce, and Chati did. Medina lead from behind. Good delivery by Adama Kante, and Chati with the important finish. 2-1. Gafalo Jan had his shot right. And boy, had he stopped working. Adama Kante with the delivery. Yusuf Achati with the finish. He did score very important goals for Medina. Yusuf Achati. He signed from Falcons. He was on loan last season at Medina from Falcons. Scored the equalizer against GPA. That nearly confirmed Medina's promotion to the 4th division. He assisted the equalizer against SL in the final game of the season. That point confirmed Medina's qualification. And here he is, scoring a vital goal against the champions. Against the 15-time league champions of the Gambia, Real de Banjul. One of the most historic in our land. And Adama Kante's evening ends here. We'll see Nijara to come in and Buba Sanyang also to come in for Ibu Sanyang. Adama Kante's final intervention was an assist for Yusuf Achati. Ibu Sanyang is out. Buba Sanyang. Real also prepare substitutes of their own. Safajaji to Yusuf, Senijara, Buba Sanyang are all in, and Biram is also in for Adama Kante. Mustafa Baji is off for Real de Banjul. Biram Ajata also is off. And Suleiman Jammeh is in. And even number 2, Alassane Sedi as well is in. Alassane Sedi and Suleiman Jammeh are all in for Real de Banjul. Alassane Sedi played admirably well in the first leg of this tie. Jammeh for his final attempts. As Real de Banjul still have minutes to find the equalizer with 2 minutes or a minute and little over 90 seconds in the 90 minutes remaining. Ajebo. Biram Jaban pressing. Free kick for Biram, free kick for Medina. Son from Greenwave Academy. Chati confirmation on a yellow card. Celebration of their goal. This shows character and greed and determination. Trailing against the champions in an enemy territory is the worst experience for any team in the world. But the character of the team to come back. Jata to Chati. Jata. Left it. Makaila Tambedu heads it out. Abdullah Balde picking it up. Chasing with time to attack. And the job defending Adama. Jata shown a yellow card. Against Abdullah Balde for a late challenge. Alassane Baji. Goes to Balde. Goes to Hassan Jiba. Who delivers. That was a good delivery. Handball appeal. Handball shout. And referee obliged again Ajibu. Wait for official to confirm. Time to be added very, very shortly. Marketa out to take. Real de Banjul are wasting time in the first half. That led to the confrontation at halftime break. And 6 minutes added on. 6. Keita goes long. Biram. Handball foul against Sekou Sidibe. No, says the referee. Tambedu. Alassane Sedi. Hassan Jiba. Abdullah Balde in front of him. Biram Jaban defending. Jiba, Alassane Sedi. Was standing auto defend by the gaffer. Senejara goes down. Free kick for Medina. That was a rash challenge. Very reckless. And the young academy boy, Senejara, is down. Alassane Baji shown a yellow card. Long lofted ball. Biram Jaban was the target. And gathering that is Sabali. Who goes long. Jobo Kande will clear his line. That was not the best clearance anyway. Again, Jaji with a chance to keep that in. He does. No. Letting it roll out for two rather. Sidiki Jawara goes long. Abdullah Conte heads that out. Alassane Sedi, Alassane Baji. Trading in a pass. Wonderful defending there by Henry Job. Yusuf Achati, free kick for Real. Free kick for Alassane Sedi. Taken quickly. The ball was moving. It has to stop, says the referee. Behind that free kick. Alassane Sedi and Alassane Baji. The Alassane Squire. Referee Ali Jallo will count 10 yards out. For Biram Jabang, Yusuf Achati, the goal scorer to defend. Taken quickly. That is a direct situation. Referee is telling you have to wait for the whistle. You can only take the after the whistle. Baji this time goes long. And super defending there by Henry Job. Asana Baji keep it after Biram's pressing. Again control. Hassan Jiba is making his way into the area. Nothing says the referee. Hard for a throw. That will be a cheap free kick to give away. In the context of this class, Sidibe, good delivery. Was searching for a head. He was standing hesitant behind. Adam Majada will clear. They are out. Medina Gaffa is calling them to do. Sabali, Tambedu, Seidi, Balde, Asanjiba, out for a corner for Real de Banjul. With 2 minutes added time remaining. Abdullah Balde, good delivery to the penalty area. Wonderful defending there by Landin Jata. Sidibe, Baji, looking for options, Stones, wait for the right run, still waiting. He never got the right run. And Senejara defending well. I think says the referee, Real de Banjul pressing in numbers, pressing with mental fortitude and fiber. With 90 seconds remaining, Sidiki Jawara tried to keep that in play. And the ball was watched all the way out by Henry Job. Behind that is Umar Keita for Medina. Ground jab and chest it. Sidiki Jawara sending in a long one. Again, Jaji letting it bounce. Mustafa Bojang will not want that to go out for a corner. He doesn't mind a throw anyway. It was taken. Alassana Sedi with a chance to load one into the penalty area. And the near pass. Umar Keita, good stop. Good stop. Blowing in. Clashing header by Abdullah Balde. And Keita is down now. Receiving treatment. With the 6 minutes of added on, just 20 seconds remaining. Well, one Medina in the first leg at ease. Yeah, Medina are leading. Long lofted ball. And then Jata, that's a free kick. That's a foul, Jata. Taken quickly. Sekou Sidibe. Biran Jaban pressing. Abdullah Balde. Hassan Jiba. Making his way into the area. Nothing once again, says the referee. Abdullah Conte. Biran Jaban. And then he step on the ball. Sidiki Jawara, time still to attack for Real de Banjul. Wonderful delivery. What a header, good stop. Abdullah Balde with a sweet direction. Omar Keita with a good grab. We are now playing on the referee's discretion. With 6 minutes added on already up in the air. We are into the 97th minute now. Into the 97th minute. Omar Keita guard us very well. And again, Jaji was the one trying to press him on that occasion. Keita goes long. Biram Jaban press. Senejara tackling. Buba Sanyang. And that is the full-time whistle from behind Medina 1 for what was an enthralling encounter, a topsy-turvy class. The champions scored first in the first half. They had everything. Hassan Jiba was the creator. Was finished superbly by Ajibu. Medina came in the second half, calm and composed. Equalized following a sloppy defending. Mustafa Jaji was the equalizer. And very late on, Arama Kante with a delivery. And Chati pounds in full time. Real de Banjul 1, Medina United 2. Mic bi